and the color combination. And I found out something today that I didn't know about the roadmap. As much as everybody knows about it, when it comes to those color combinations, I think you know more than anybody else. So
there's a lot of different options,
what you
Tom.
did.
Yeah, there are definitely a lot of different options. Did you ever get that figured out?
No, never did. I'll talk to you tomorrow or something. But I want to get it done because it was so clear the way that combination you had that I thought that's pretty good stuff. So that's what I was thinking. I definitely want to do it tomorrow. Anyway, I hope everybody's doing great. And I saw you went around the horn, so to speak, and saw where everybody's signing in from, and glad you had a safe trip home. But we did have a very, very, what I would call an old-fashioned Fed meeting during live trading today. Who attended the live trading today? Was that sort of a rocking type good time? Wasn't that good? It was Chuck. It was just they were just falling out of the sky on a lot of the trades that appeared and taking profits. We came in there with about 3 winners, and then we went out of there with a couple more. It was just pretty interesting trading, I thought, during that time period. And the S&P, interesting part about it, the S&P actually climbed all the way and made a new high, which sets up a longer term pop getting back to 69.53. So it was a good day for the market. And then after the close, we did have the news on Oracle. I haven't looked at the report or anything, but the stock itself, if you look at it, is traded about 198, and it was at 230. So it gives you some idea. It was over 10% down. That's big for a stock like Oracle to fall. So I'm curious to see what spooked everybody about that, and give it time tonight to trade around the world, and we'll get there in the morning. But let's get started. I want to thank everybody for getting this set up. Welcome to this session, Wednesday on the Web. Been doing it for years, and it's fun to be here. There is risk involved in trading. We always like to talk about risk because it's one thing to have great trades, but unless you keep it intact with your risk model, it really does do a lot of good. But I tell you what, we do that the way we set things up, and when we go to bed at night, we know that we have what I would call defined risk type activity. Now, for folks, former Air Force officer, I've worked with students for a long time, and I'll tell you, it's sort of nice to see some of the books that we wrote many years ago still be as popular today as they were then. I think that a lot of information went in those books, sort of their time, but they still apply to the current time. And again, working with the students has been the best part of this whole job, or since I've been involved, getting to know people. And I think that that shows when we can get face to face and do some trading together. DTI will help you master the markets through education, training, and experience. In my opinion, we will see higher prices. Today's rally, and it really made me feel good to see it happen. It happened pretty good, and I think that it was hitting on all barrels there for a second, and that move, okay, that move should carry through. Just to say that on the front end. Seven Sisters were up 15%, 20%, 12 on the Dow, 21 on the DAX. But look at gold, 61%. And how about a little shout out for silver? Can you believe silver? It's crazy how good it is. Of course, bonds pulled back, still up for the year at that 15 pivot number, and crude is still dropping. My 10 tickers for the week, I got Google at 325. General Motors popped today. We took a lot of profits on General Motors today. Apple needs to get above 280.55 all week. That's sort of been the pivot number. How about MU? MU took off. MU took off and hit 261 today. It's sort of the star of the pack. Amazon needs to get above 240. Gold above 392. TQQ above 57.55. Palantir is above its number 184.55. And we do have that resistance on NVIDIA. That resistance on NVIDIA at 185.55. Now, let's talk about how we're going to make 2026 your best year ever. When I'm thinking about the market, and I want you to think about this year, 2025, it seemed like every week there were curveballs being thrown at you, and some of them we swung at, some of them we missed. But the idea is if we have a backbone foundational approach week by week, and we call it the interactive home study course, where we can hit upon what I would call the key information of the day, in that case of that week. For example, the first week of January is a lot different than the fourth week of January. This is a playbook that we put together that is really going to make a lot of stars out of a lot of people as we build this picture throughout 2026. We launch it on January 1st, 2026. We have priced it at 25%. I want you to do the math. 25% of what it's going to sell for. It's priced at that right now. This Friday, we hold our first gathering of the meeting to lay out the framework for January. What is that going to do for you? It's going to give you good analysis, good interpretation, and show you how to execute with your money in 2026. We limited it to 100 because that way we can get to know all 100 and have you participate in what I think will be the best home study course ever designed, built, and lived. It'll be a living document as we build it throughout the year. We'll transfer even your trading journey in 2026, taking everything we've done this year over the years and applying it week by week as 2026 unfolds. Now, we've been doing training a long time. We've taught it in a lot of different ways, a lot of different places, and we've always come about it with one objective in mind: how to help you understand, interpret, and manage your money, regardless of the economic activity, regardless of whether we're going up, going down, or just trying to stay sideways. That's the beauty of what we're putting together here. We got thousands of success stories. You're well aware of a lot of them. You made some of them yourself, writing it in here. Your excitement comes through when I read your, what I call love letters about our training. And we think it's great. Now, a lot of people feel like they're left behind. The nice thing about a 52-week home study course is you can go out and back in and catch back up. You'll be able to study it at your own pace, and you'll be able to be in tune when you need to be in tune. Now, over the years, we've heard from many DTI students who tell me similar stories. They've given up, get frustrated, seen their accounts diminish because they never get caught up. The problem is many classes are designed to teach people with advanced skill levels. This is going to be designed to take you for what 2026 is going to require from you to grow your account. You will be able to go as far and as fast as your own ability to take you. We'll be able to trade stocks. We'll be able to trade options and knowledge on how to use the futures market to take advantage of what's happening. Now, the traditional approach to trading education fails you all the time. Right now, here's the way it works. You open a brokerage. Tell me, does this apply to you? You got interested in trading, you go open a brokerage account, right? How many people open a brokerage account, get an account, get their money in the account, and then they try to figure out what to do with it? Like, well, what I buy? When do I buy? How do I buy? Right? That's what the brokerages do. They have the platform for you to put the trades on, but as far as teaching you how to use that platform in your interest, they don't do it. They'll show you how to go to some feature or something like that. But the bottom line is you've got to learn not only that, but you got to learn when to do that. That's what this is all about. The home study method, a revolutionary method designed to take anyone from total beginner in trading to how far you want to go, a complete transformational activity in 2026. How about Jennifer? Now, Jennifer was on the wrong path. She did exactly what I just described. Had a brokerage account. She figured that part out, got her money in an account. But when I met her at Sawgrass, it was like a lost ball on a high weed. She didn't know what to do with her, how to make money with it. She didn't have a process, but she listened. She studied. And she's on her path right now to be a full-time trader. That is the beauty of what we can do for you. About David, a long-time trader, very experienced trader, but could never get to consistency. And what was it? Was it because you had lack of knowledge? No, he had plenty of knowledge. It was the ability to take the ego and put it aside and follow the process. A lot of people will stumble on the way. You have a periods of great success, and then you get blown away. You got to have that process, and you got to be strong enough to follow those rules. These rules and discipline separate everybody from that. Everybody has to do it every day. Carol, here's someone that had money, but no knowledge. But she took it upon herself to study and was committed to be an excellent manager of her own money. You met Carol. She's become a gold member, and she's been one of my favorite students to work with, watching her growth as a trader over the years. Now, this is all about you. This is about whatever level you're at, whether you got plenty of money or you're trying to get started. The amounts of money it takes can be tremendous. We call it the school of hard knocks. Listen to the following words. You do not want to learn this from the school of hard knocks. Take and get the experience that somebody has learned it through the school of hard knocks, where you don't make the mistakes that I made, probably still make. But the idea is learn from our mistakes and make those mistakes not things you do. It costs you a fortune. Don't do it, whether it's 5, 10, or 20,000. But there's a better way. working together with us. This is your invitation. Get on board. You will see exactly how to navigate 2026, regardless of direction, regardless of volatility, regardless of the economy. I will show you through this interactive home study how to grow your account week by week as we go through 2026. The interactive home study course, never had it at DTI in all the years of training. This interactive course. Interactive means you'll be able to ask questions, answer questions, and learn. Ask the people that were face to face with me. We would not go to another subject this week until everybody agreed. I understand it. I know what you said. I know what it means now. There's a language of the market. You'll learn that. Now, I bring this up all the time. When I was in grammar school, we had a little thing called the Weekly Reader. Anybody remember the Weekly Reader? You know, they had 99,000 subscribers in 1962. But I was so excited because, you know, you've heard me say this. How would you eat an elephant? One bite at a time. That's how you learn how to trade. One bite at a time. Folks, this is so valuable what I'm talking about tonight because we're going to take it, regardless of your experience level, we'll take you as far as you want to go. The idea, though, is for you to take that knowledge, repeat the process over and over again, where at the end of the day, no matter what happens, you'll be able to adjust. Yes, we'll master the fundamentals of market timing, key numbers. The reference bar approach that I've been teaching for many years is still the best approach out there. You will learn inside out of that. You'll know when you look at the market, like tonight. It's not a buy yet. It will become a buy, but not now. The timing is so important. Reading charts. I wish I had a dime for every hour I spent learning all the chart reading methods out there. We will show you through this course when and how to interpret those charts on a consistent basis based on time of day. What about asset education? You know, there's a lot of different assets that make up the market. In 2026, you better be aware of it. There's going to be different leaders in the market. It won't just be the Mag 7 anymore. You will have to be very knowledgeable to know where to put your money and what sectors to do it. We will show you what I call a sector top-down approach to find out where money should flow. Risk management is always an integral part of everything you do when you risk capital. I will show you techniques that I use that other people use. In fact, some of our guests are well known in this sector. We will bring people in throughout the year, experts that I've met over my career that I thought somebody ought to learn what that guy's got to say or what she has to say. And there's a lot of good ones out there. How about the psychology, the emotions involved? You know, and I know that the emotions can play a big part in your success. How do you feel? Man, I don't feel like taking a trade today. Anybody ever said that? Oh, I don't feel like trading today. It might be the best trading day of the year, and you're sitting there saying, I don't feel like trading. How to overcome that through the use of time, numbers, and process. And the discipline to follow along. That's the key, isn't it? The discipline. And then after you follow along, have success, the confidence to put your dollars out there and let it work. How about the long-term cycles that come into play? This will be the second year of the presidential cycle. Does everybody here know what happens the second year of a presidential cycle? Better learn. But here's not only learn what happens in general, but you better learn the timing of that. That is so important. We will cover that week by week as we live 2026 together. We'll have playbooks to start each month in accordance with the presidential cycle and how to play it. And that will start out with our annual play and broken down to our monthly playbook. It'll be beyond the basics. I will take you, and the staff of DTI will take you beyond the basics. Advanced subjects you won't get anywhere else, right here inside the interactive home study. How about special trading days? How would you like to know at the start of every month the most probable days that the market might go up or go down? That's called seasonality. It happens, especially when you have that roadmap to look at. Examples are the day after Thanksgiving, one coming up, the day after Christmas. These are big days in the market when most people don't even think about it that way. We have it outlined and we're ready to go. Tax this is something that somebody brought up, one of the students brought up. I have a fellow who's been doing it for like 30 years. He will give you an executive summary, something you can walk away with and tie into how to set yourself up and take advantage of the opportunities available to you as a retail trader. How to write things off you're probably not even thinking about writing off. That saves you money. IRA retirement strategies. What strategies will work best inside those? Different account structures. And of course, navigating the compliance of all the rules that apply. A lot of rules that apply in trading. You need to know it. Whether you're making a transition from an active job to a retired job, and what you're going to do with your time and how you're going to do your time. Here's my biggest goal, is to teach you how to do it without having to sit in front of a computer all day long, like I've done over the years. If you remember, I told you that students in the past have paid anywhere from $5,000 to $20,000 to access the top tier of our education. And many of them would gladly do it with how far they've come and what they've been able to achieve. Here's your chance at 25% of our retail price. It's better than any Black Friday sale. It's better than anything. It's what we're offering the first 100. Let's have success together. That's about you. Let's make it happen. If you need that special individual attention, you will get it through your interactive home study course. A lot of testimonials over the years. We care about you, care about your success. It shows up. All you do is say, well, how long you been in DTI? And somebody says, I've been here 15 years. Why do I keep coming back? It's the best of the best of breed when it comes to trading education. That's been our goal, and we try to do it each and every year. Let's make this, anybody that joins us, our goal, as we lay out our goals, what you want to accomplish over to 2026. And I can ask that right now. If you could start right now and say, this is where I'd like to be in December of 2026, what would you say right now if I said that, based on the money you're going to put in the market? Where would you want to be at the end of 2026? Where do you want to be self-assured that you could read the market, do what you need to do? I think so. This is your chance to be part of it as we go through each week? That's a great question. If you are a couple, you only have to buy one home study. Okay? If you are, if you are a couple. Great question, Mindy. All right, here's the way the pricing is going to work. We got 52 live sessions. All recordings will be included. Access to all seasons recordings, special webinars, special things that we do. Once we get to 100, we'll graduate the price. So you'll be getting in at the rock bottom price, plus have the ability to shape things you want to see. Everybody here's got different ideas of things they want to see. That's what Friday's about. Be part of it. $9.99. Sign up tonight. Be one of these students. I don't know where we are towards 100, but I know we're not there yet. Get on board tonight. Joining our small classes, learning this, and finding the passion that you need as you make that transition from being retired. Always educate yourself. I've got a student ask me right now that was just at a small class. Hey, Tom, should I take 100% on this trade or 44% on MU? That's a great question. Isn't that a great place to be, being face-to-face with us? I think so. I'll come back around to you, David, in a second. Roger, my orthopedic surgeon from Texas, I'll be with him one-on-one next week. He's making that transition from full-time doctor to full-time retired doctor. One-on-ones next week. Get signed up, dtitrader.com/home. Monica got her husband to join, and I love it because Robert now is not going to sit there in the dark as Monica navigates this by herself. I love the fact they're working together. You got to love her enthusiasm. You don't even have to leave home. That's the beauty of it. You get the DTI advantage, the experience of what we've learned. Folks, nothing like it. I mean, how many people could go to a class on a Monday, spend that day and be asking that question here on Wednesday? 100% on an investment, 44% on investment, 22% on another one. You gotta love it. There it is, folks, $9.99. That goes away once we get to 100, Adam. Don't let it go past that. It's 25% right now, a bargain to get on board. And hey, we will meet this Friday for the first time, so don't delay. Any questions? Let me answer David. David, what I'd like you to do is tomorrow, give me a call. Let me look at the opening and I'll guide you on whether to get out of that MU. I'd probably stay with the silver. I think it's worth a lot more than 100% from where we got in. Will definitely help. Just call me tomorrow. I'll be glad to help you. I don't know anybody would do that. I'll do it because David took the time to travel here, spend time with me. He's in the home study course. He wants to do this the right way. That's what you got to love. So, folks, are you with us? Or are you waiting? Or are you procrastinating? Don't be a Johnny come lately, as they say. Get involved tonight. Peg asks, how big are the accounts? I always tell people this. Depending on your status of experience, you want to start with a minimum of $2,000. This is for people. This is for people's growth. And let me tell you what's great about this course. If you got a grandchild or somebody after you finish this year, you'll have that packet you can give to them. It'll still be a viable course even after this year. Now we'll go on and keep it expanding, but the bottom line is think about that opportunity. Think about that. You can share the wealth after we finish in 2026. You got to love it. You'll have it all documented in there. Adam's got that. I forgot what I told him, maybe 12:30 Friday, I think. Maybe that's what I told him, 12:30. Gwendolyn says, I'm already in time. I'm looking forward to it. We'll see you Friday for the very first meeting. Am I excited about this? Yes. I've always wanted, all right. Oh, by the way, we'll have a Telegram channel specifically for the interactive home study course. And you know what's going to be great about it? We're going to fix this one a little different. That's a surprise coming. I'll talk to Adam and make the announcement on Friday. I think you're going to like it when I say interactive. You got it, interactive. So be part of that 100 base team of people coming in. Any other questions? Now, Adam, will they be able to, I know some people came in late, will they be able to take this and you replay it, or will you replay something for them?
Yeah, T-Buzz, I will.
Yeah, I'll talk to Adam about that, Gwendolyn, and we'll announce it Friday at the get together, okay? All right, Adam's going to play it for those who got late. They can hear the whole presentation again. Get signed up, be part of it. That's the